All the technology we have, it kind of feels like magic, right? But what if I told you it all runs on something very, very real, and most of the time completely hidden from view? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on these invisible but absolutely essential materials that make our modern world tick.
Okay, so this sounds like the beginning of a pretty weird joke, doesn't it? You've got the phone in your hand, a giant wind turbine spinning out on a hill, and a super advanced fighter jet. What on earth could possibly connect all three of those things?
And the answer is a group of materials that have become the secret sauce for pretty much all modern innovation: rare earth elements. These are the unsung heroes, the things working behind the scenes, powering our entire 21st century lives.
So what exactly are we talking about here? Well, rare earth elements, or REEs for short, are a group of 17 metals on the periodic table. And they have these incredible magnetic and optical superpowers. It's those properties that let us make our electronics smaller and faster, our green tech way more powerful, and our defense systems more advanced. They are, and this is not an exaggeration, absolutely critical.
Okay, but here's the catch. Our dependency on these elements, it comes at a really steep price. For all the amazing things they let us do, the way we get them right now creates enormous problems, both for the planet and for our global supply chains. First up, let's talk about the environmental cost, and you might want to sit down for this one. For every single ton of rare earths we manage to pull out of the ground, we create up to 2,000 tons of toxic waste. Just try to picture that ratio. It's mind-boggling. And then there's the whole geopolitical side of things. Over 90% of the world's most powerful magnets, and these are the magnets you absolutely need for things like electric cars and wind turbines, are produced by a single country. Now that creates a massive bottleneck, a huge vulnerability for all these critical industries that we're counting on for the future.
And maybe the most jaw-dropping number of all? Less than 1%. Think about it. These elements are in almost every single piece of tech we own, and yet we recycle basically none of them. Right now, it's just a one-way street. Take from the earth, make something cool, and then throw it in a landfill. It's completely unsustainable.
So, yeah, obviously this has to change. But the good news? It is changing. Innovators are looking right at the source, trying to figure out much smarter, much cleaner ways to get these elements out of the ground in the first place.
From university labs to brand new startups, there is a new race on. But this isn't just about finding more rare earths. No, the real challenge, the real goal, is to invent totally new chemistry and new processes that are way more efficient and way kinder to the environment.
Now, this is a super cool approach. Researchers at the University of Idaho are using something called ultrasound-assisted leaching. So think of it like this. They use gentle organic acids like citric acid, the stuff in lemons, and then they hit the whole mixture with these high-frequency sound waves. These sonic vibrations literally shake the rare earth elements loose from all the dirt and rock.
And the results? Whoa, they are seriously impressive. Their new method isn't just a little bit better, it's up to 24.5 times faster than the old way of doing things. That's not a small step. That is a giant leap forward.
Meanwhile, over at the University of Texas at Austin, a startup called Supraelemental Recovery is doing something just as brilliant but totally different. They've developed this custom 3D printed cartridge that's basically a high-tech sponge. It's designed at the molecular level to perfectly trap and filter out only the specific rare earth elements they want, right out of waste streams.
But what if the best place to find these elements wasn't in the ground at all? What if our richest mines are the ones we've already created, right in our own cities? This is the whole idea behind urban mining.
And I mean, just look at the difference. It could not be more black and white. Traditional mining is destructive, it's risky, and you eventually run out. But urban mining, it cleans up our landfills, it gives us a secure supply of materials right here at home, and it turns garbage into a resource we can use again and again.
And this isn't just a theory, it's already happening. This quote says it all. By reclaiming elements that are already out there, we don't have to rely so much on new mining. You've got companies like Novion and LG teaming up to pull magnets out of old electronics, and using a process called magnet-to-magnet recycling, they're creating brand new high-performance magnets. They are literally closing the loop.
And it's not just them. A whole new toolkit of technologies is emerging. Things like flash joule heating, which uses a quick jolt of electricity to separate materials, or bioleaching, which actually uses microbes to do the hard work, and even AI-powered robots that can sort through our e-waste with incredible speed and accuracy.
So when you put these two big ideas together, smarter extraction and urban mining, you start to build something truly transformative. You get the foundation for a genuine circular economy for our most critical materials.
And this is the fundamental shift in thinking. The old way was a straight line: you take, you make, you throw away. The new model is a circle, where the waste from one thing becomes the raw material for the next thing, and you just keep it going.
So what does that actually look like in practice? Well, a real circular economy starts at the very beginning. You design products so they're easy to take apart. Then after they're made and used, you have really good systems to collect those old devices. And that's when you use all these cool new technologies to recover the valuable stuff inside and feed it right back into the factory to make new things.
And when you do that, it reframes everything. That mountain of e-waste we're creating every year, it's not a toxic problem anymore. It's a gold mine, a massive, incredibly rich resource that's just sitting there, right in our own backyards, waiting for us.
So let's just end with this thought. We pour so much genius, so much brain power into making our devices smart. Isn't it about time we apply that same level of smart thinking to how we actually make them in the first place?